This is the end. To everyone who has enjoyed this campaign, and those who didn't as well, we invite you to join us one more time for a retrospective and fan question and answer session. This will be in about a month's time. Josh, Sam, and Doug and myself will return once more to answer questions about the campaign and offer up our thoughts. This will be, of course, without John, as you have been on your secret mission. Is that correct?
If it's in exactly 1 month from now, I may still be here.
No, the episode releasing now is about middle of February.
Yes, then I'll be gone.
So a month from February,
which is March,
we will probably get together with the others and discuss the show.
Yes, I'll be in the field.
There'll be a replicant here of you. That's okay.
Send me a Q&A and I can write.
That's what we're planning to do.
Email.
We invite you all, listener, to join our Discord, you can join the Discord and submit questions. I'll start a Q&A channel, or you can submit your questions at our email at nobodywakethebugbear@gmail.com. And we will listen to your questions. I'll organize them for us all, and we'll all have a good sit down with some food, after, not during recording.
while we're speaking into the microphone.
And we can't wait to hear all your questions and theories. Feel free to ask us anything about the show, and we will do our best to answer as many as we can.
Can they submit them on Patreon too?
Yeah, we will prioritize the Patreon questions first, and then if we've got general leftovers, we'll answer as many as we can in the time allotted, and we'll just see how you go. Sound good?
Sounds like a plan.
Once this session is over, I'm going to post this doodle that I've been anxiously doodling the entire time, and you guys can see my mental state.
Yes, during this session. Well, we've all had a wonderful roller coaster of a session last week. The penultimate session was setting up this finale we're about to play. I can't wait to find out how it all plays out. We won't bother with a recap. We're just going to get straight into it. Is everyone ready?
I mean, look, I can give you a 5-second recap. Everyone is kind of sick of being in the deep and just wants to get the fuck out, whatever the means necessary. That is pretty much where we're at.
Fine with me.
Befor we jump into it,
go for it.
We, all of us, and imaginary Doug that's over there, wanted to say thank you for being our warden, our faithful warden and DM before that.
Can't believe
it's double sugar Coke. No.
that you've just spilled on my carpet. I'll vacuum it up.
This is from all of us to say thank you for leading us on this journey and all the hard work you put into the show.
Oh, you might need to change the light so you can see it properly though.
I am holding a very ornate box. I hope it doesn't have plastic explosives inside.
Yes, it's been jury rigged.
Yeah, I foreshadowed, yeah.
And it's everything dice. Not sponsored, but I'll read it out. Handmade 7-piece dice set. I'm opening the box.
It's empty.
Yeah, if you like it, feel free to shout them out.
I am putting my hands in the pudding. Wow. That resin? Gold leaf? Thank you, guys.
That's okay. Look, we just obviously wanted to give you something to commemorate the show and kind of aligns with the theme of the show because they look like little nebulas in the dice.
That's what I thought. They look like the same intro sequence green with floating bits of gold, yellow goo, you might say, which is quite apt.
I've only seen the images, but they looked really cool.
I'm holding one up.
That looks awesome.
And it is very nice.
That looks really nice.
So thank you very much.
Thank you, Sam,
Warden,
for being part of the show.
No, that's okay. It was all of us, everybody.
Thank you,
you've got
John.
an option other than the same one set of yellow dice.
Yeah.
That I love.
Yes.
May they bring you luck and good memories.
Well, do I want to roll? Do I want to use these dice during this session? I'll bring out the D10s for sure.
So, Sam, what was the name of the company that made it?
Everything Dice.
They Australian?
No, they are American based. They are all handmade. They're really high quality. If you've ever bought dice from companies that shall not be named before that have been terrible quality, or you've happened to have backed them on Kickstarter and waited 7,000 years to receive them, they're really, really nice. The shipping was really good. The company's really communicative.
Yeah, I'm surprised they got here on time, actually.
Yeah.
Thank you all for your gift. And I hope I can give you the gift of a good last session.
I'm
that we're
getting the hell
about-
out of here.
And then get the hell out of my house. It's almost Christmas. They know we're recording in advance. We're doing this all before John goes. Aren't we, John?
We are.
Are we all ready to begin? Thank you very
Yes.
much for that gift. I'm ready. John,
Yes,
you ready?
I'm ready. I just hope that everything doesn't go according to plan, because then it would be a very boring finale.
I definitely think it won't.
The best laid plans of mice and men, John.
I know what I'm doing. Definitely calling Duck after you guys leave.
Let's call him together. Jesus.
All right, here we go. I will start the final song of this campaign. We will see you in the finale of Nobody Wake the Bugbear presents Ghosts and the Machine, episode 18.
It rhymes.
The scene fades in on this prism-like structure with a data chip in the middle. And we just fade out, pan out, and you see Marcus's gloved power suit hands holding it. Fades out more. You see his glowing orange visor. And then it fades out and we see Harper Kerensky, Tony Beretta, Dr. Cameron Elias, Merkaba, and Rian Prince staring at this item, the coveted item, the MacGuffin of this adventure. If I were to be meta. And he just flicks it around in his hand. Such a small thing. So precious. And then he clutches it in his hands.
Merkuba's going to glance at the others, just to see if there's any change in the plan.
Pew, pew, pew. Nah.
With a more human glance than you've ever seen. As if for the very first time he's actually wondering about something. I'm assuming he sees no response.
No.
Well, pal, all I'm saying is you better be on the other side of that door. You better have the fucking map. Otherwise, I can't make any guarantees of my composure. This place has had enough of me, and I've had enough of it. Got it?
He's staring at it and just turning it around in his hands. May you show me the key, just so we're all square.
I'll hold up the chip, the access chip,
Very well. And he pockets the prism.
and I'll tuck it into my chest pocket.
I believe you have an appointment with the Minotaur. I wish you good luck. I will be waiting at the door in 2 hours.
That's right. Yep. Sorry, I was confused between the plans. Then I got us falling apart already.
How about we make it 4? We gotta make sure we don't have too much time on our hands when we get to level 1.
Of course. Is Arcady going to take you back? Is he?
Perhaps. We gotta count for the unknown.
Fair enough. 4 hours it is. I will see you all then, and hopefully the Minotaur will be with you. Safe travels. And he turns to his congregation.
Well, let's execute the plan.
Bang, 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 bang. Back of the head. Okay, let's get out of here. Is that right? Are we going straight back to the labyrinth?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. You begin just walking back. These fallen just stare at you.
I learned to use the black lump and take out Marcus.
Well, the session is young.
Yep.
And you leave.
Yes, we do. We head for the labyrinth.
You can ask Merkaba to squeeze the lump to see what it does.
Why would we need Merkaba to squeeze the lump? Isn't Marcus
He's got
flesh?
Merkaba has the lump.
You guys literally don't know what happened in that scene, and
We just know that the lump screamed and 2 of us passed out,
okay,
and the android among us seemed fine.
okay. You make your way up these steps, these ladder.
Mm-hmm.
Go back through the upper area, go back through the shanty towns, the lights begin to dim, and the power cables do no longer extend, and sooner or later you find yourself back to the corridor, changes from metal, concrete, to smooth, and then flesh opens up ahead of you.
Back in the belly of the whale.
You're going to be leading this discussion, and I'm looking at MK.
Will do what I can.
You got to do everything. Like, this is the only way it works. You wanted to free it. You think that it is good. It's on you.
Yes, it is.
All right, we push forward.
Push forward, Merkaba leads. Merkaba, you know or have a feeling of exactly what tunnel to take. And Tony, so do you.
Yeah, that's familiar.
Give each other a nod.
And you lead. Still at the back, Tony, with Harper?
Yeah.
And you walk through. It doesn't take you long. 15, 20 minutes through this cavern. The immune response doesn't seem to enact itself, and the tunnels remain smooth to your passage. Just maybe sometimes you see teeth begin to rise up out of the flesh, but then they sink back down into it. You find your way back to the core. You see the same congregation, and you witness the Minotaur once more. Everyone make a fear save at disadvantage, please.
Jesus, what the fuck is that?
We did that thing again.
Did
where
we?
It's a 90 and a 0, which makes it... That's a 90, right? As
It's a 9.
That is a 9?
Correct.
Okay.
It's a
Alright,
9.
I'm checking myself before I wreck myself.
Oh no, sorry, it's a 90.
And that's... Oh my god, that's a 9.
Yeah, sorry. Sam was pointing to the dice. Before it said 9-0
Yep.
and a 0
Correct.
is 90.
Yep. 0, 0, and 9 is 9.
Correct.
Yeah, okay. That's so funny that I rolled that right after.
Rian got 58 over 32,
Mm-hmm.
so Rian gets the stress. Our good friend
Oh, no.
Teflon Tony rolled a 99.
The final time, Tony has finally failed a panic. Although his stress is obscenely low, he should be fine.
yeah.
Merkaba?
86 under 89.
Wow.
So,
Please roll a panic check, Mr. Tony.
the roll over a 6. 9.
You are fine. Nice. You are fine.
I'm just making sure that's the right way up.
I got 90 over 26.
You just stress.
Yep.
And Elias, definitely, it's stressful seeing
Oh,
this
yeah.
thing any time of the day.
I'm super stressed.
You see the Minotaur reach out to a fallen, interface with it.
Merkaba, you have returned. What news do you have?
It is time to leave. It is time for you to leave the labyrinth. It is time for you to leave the deep.
Sort of quivers its flesh in an anticipation, longing, and the android, its interface to sort of shakes and then speaks with the Minotaur's voice.
I understand. Yes, please. I will lead you out.
We must go to a certain place. We must go to the door to the drain.
Ah, yes. The gateway of the fallen. What dealings did you have with Marcus?
This is the only way that you can leave. We tried to stop him.
So be it. You will be my shepherd.
Yes.
All the androids now gather around it, and tentacles just come out, 15 of them, and they all interface with every android. And they all say in unison,
Thank you for tending this garden. Please await my return.
and they all detach, and then all the androids just kneel to this thing. And it begins to slither close to you, Merkaba, and awaits your response.
Is everyone ready?
Not really.
No, as ready as we'll ever be.
So have we waited out the time? Or are we going to do it now?
You can, if you say you wait here 4 hours, then you wait here 4 hours, or 3.5.
Yeah, just wait the allotted amount of time.
Okay.
And do the thing.
I don't want to get us stuck in the weeds, but did we say that we were the rest of us are leaving with Arcady, right?
Yes.
That's 14 hours away.
But you got to meet,
Yeah.
you're meeting Soledek in 4.
When we
you said.
meet him, it'll be 10 hours away.
Yep. What are we doing in that time?
Well, we don't have to leave the second floor straight away.
I think we're going to have to leave the entire place straight away.
Because you think as soon as the Minotaur
Oh, yeah.
moves out of the labyrinth.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
You're not sure if it's the labyrinth that's going to cause trouble or leaving Eden that's going to cause trouble.
Yeah.
That is an unknown that you're just going to have to deal with.
All right.
You could always try and pivot and kill the Minotaur. Just it's going to be it's going to be messy.
All right.
I thought that we were going to let the Minotaur know that we just don't know if we can trust Marcus, but it's the only way.
Sure. When you're talking to it as you're moving through the tunnel, as you leave the congregation behind, and they're just still kneeling as it's leaving, and you speaking out loud, it seems to indicate it can understand you.
But it can't talk unless it plugs into me.
True. And that's only if Merkaba consents.
So, listen, we got our doubts with this guy. He seems he's all about making plans, and we make plans to survive, and he seems to make plans to win. So, you just need to know that the agreement is that we can get you out, and we give him a key, and he gives us a map and lets us leave. But if that doesn't work out, I don't know what we're gonna do to defend ourselves, or if you have a way to defend yourself or us. But I just thought you should know. Not everything's gonna go ideally the plan. That's what we're looking at. That's what we're dealing with.
You converse, and after another 20 minutes perhaps, you begin to find the exit, or a exit, as the walls begin to change once more and turns to concrete. The Minotaur stops in front of the precipice. Merkaba stops.
Yes.
You all stop. And then you may continue if you wish.
Let's go.
Where are we heading out to now?
We're gonna.
Through this concrete corridor.
Oh, have we been through this concrete corridor before?
It looks exactly the same. This looks like exactly the same exit as any of the others.
Okay.
We're heading for the drain.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
In a complicated way.
You just trusted the Minotaur was showing you the correct path, and yep, you travel through.
Well, even Sledek thought that it would show us the right path.
Yeah, and you asked it to.
Yeah.
You slither through, and the Minotaur leaves the labyrinth.
I'm on ultra high alert
Yeah,
now.
I'm sure you are.
I'm keeping an eye on everything as much as I possibly can.
Tell you what else I could do.
Oh, God.
After you guys leave with Arcady, you could give me the plastic explosives, and I could destroy the entrance to prevent any other divers from coming down.
It's enough to blow an airlock. That's about it. Like it can blow an airlock open. That's the purpose. What type of explosion are you imagining?
He's saying that the airlock that we would be docked to,
You can destroy that.
he can destroy it so that even if they dock to it, they would be gone.
It's a whole platform, but the docking arm, they would just have to go across in vac suits instead. So it would damage the docking port for people to safely access without a need of a vac suit, sort of thing. If that helps. picture it. I'm putting the horrific Minotaur token on the screen, which is 4 times the size of any of the others. Harper is there. Marcus, I still don't believe him if he was telling the truth, but he may have been right. What happened has happened.
Just realised that all my talk of calling Duckwood also screw you guys over because it's the way you got here.
Yeah, I thought that's what you meant.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I was more innocent than that.
Let's you go into the drain. The tunnel opens up into a small chamber, dusty and forgotten. Sprawling rooms and tunnels. There's lots of drainage pipes heading over to the east, huge ones. And you know that towards the east was the door that you need to get to. As you travel through this area, you see on the walls childish murals that seem to depict piles of androids being torn to pieces, burned and shot by unseen assailants.
Looks kind of like what we walked through.
It looks different from the murals that were inside the labyrinth, as that was
That was hopeful.
hopeful. This is not hopeful.
But when we walked through,
Yeah, where all the turrets
killing
were shooting
field.
Yeah.
As you go further, anyone comment on these murals?
yeah, I'll just say that looks like what we came through before. All those fallen being shot and taken apart.
As you travel down, the mural begins to tell a story, and above one of the final writings is androids, people, being led from a steel cave into tunnels by a gigantic steel hand. Everyone gain a point of stress. And you find this bulkhead door, and those giant pipes are leading into the wall. It's a huge space, and this small access door in front of this giant drainage area.
Can I ask the Minotaur what the meaning of the murals is?
Sure, you interface with the Minotaur, and it speaks. You can speak within your head.
Yeah.
And Merkaba, you pass back to the white space, and you see this beautiful man in front of you, all in white.
What is the meanings of the murals?
That is the writings of the fallen who were cast down to this area. They were pushed into the sewers. They trying to find hope. Those that make it to the labyrinth, I'm able to save what I can, but others are fearful of me, as you once were.
And the metal hand?
That is me. I will lead them to safety. I will lead you all to safety. John?
Doubt crosses Johnson's face.
Told you.
My first assumption would be that would be the hand of Monarch, not the hand of the Minotaur. So the fact that he called it his own hand, why would they depict the Minotaur as a metal hand? Makes no sense. It doesn't look like a metal hand. Metal hand is an embodied
Yeah, where's the tentacle?
giant machine, which makes me wonder.
In front of you, the form of this man suddenly shifts into the form of a giant steel hand.
Did he do that in response to my thoughts?
Yes, it is interfaced with you, Merkaba. Roll a sanity save. It then suddenly shifts to the symbol of the Minotaur. It suddenly shifts to the symbol of Father Cronus. It shifts to the symbol of the boy.
I unplug.
It straight away.
Yeah.
It's just starting to flicker through all these different forms. Thousands of them. Thousands of
It's
them.
had many names.
It's desperately trying to. Okay. So I'm going to unplug from it now. Not like panicked.
And I love this so much because this thing is trying to find in your head the most pleasing thing, and it can't. It's rotating through thousands of different images.
That's a lot. 83 over 26.
You fail, gain a point of stress. and you disconnect.
Hmm.
And it's just sitting there back in its normal Minotaur form.
Okay. Okay. Carry on.
The time is almost nigh. You're in front of the door. You can't hear anything from the other side because it is very securely strong. This is a strong door. There's one little control panel on the side.
Someone going to open that?
Yeah, don't wait for me.
Is the control panel opens the door?
You tell me. You going to press it? Is it Dr. Elias doing it?
Oh, I'll press the control panel.
Dr. Elias, you walk up. And you press the button on the door. And you hear this suck of air as it begins to depressurize. And slowly begins to open. There's no light, except for the ones you've brought with you. And it opens up, and at the end of this little short corridor, at the other side, it's all reinforced metal, steel. You see the faces of 2 fallen guards in their full armor. The same ones you saw before, guarding Marcus.
Has it been long enough?
Yeah, and this is because you've waited long
Okay,
enough. Yeah.
cool, yep.
Unless you
Just
want to
checking.
open the door
Just checking.
earlier.
No.
If you open the door earlier, they're just not there.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Oh, Marcus.
After a moment, Marcus steps out, just behind these 2 guards. And is the Minotaur in view?
It's huge, right?
Only if it's next to, behind you, close to you.
I'll step away.
You step away. Merkaba steps back. Rian, Tony, you give full berth. Harper last to step away, and this Minotaur is there. And Marcus just goes wide-eyed. I'll roll the new dice.
Big money, big money, big money, big money.
He's never seen this.
84. Disadvantage, by the way. 60. He takes a point of stress. Does not panic. I did not expect you to follow through. I am pleased that you have.
I don't give a fuck if you please, man. You got the map or what?
I do.
Yeah, okay, hand it over.
Hand me the key.
Not a chance. That's not happening. We've delivered on 50%. This is here. We've done that part.
I will walk forward and place the map upon the floor. Then you
Yeah, alright.
will go and place the key upon the floor.
I mean, how about you just walk over there on our left? You guys just go at the same time, cross over, pick up, go back.
Is that what you do?
Yeah, we can meet in the middle.
You meet the middle and you make the exchange.
Yeah.
You now have the map,
Yep.
and Marcus now has the key.
Does it look legit? It's
It
the
looks
same as what
exactly
he
what
held
he gave
up.
you. Yep. Is the key legit? Is exactly what you showed him?
Yep.
Then you begin to walk back. He begins to walk back with his face facing you.
Yep.
And then you reach both sides of the door. I am satisfied. Harper, are you really going to follow these fools? Or will you want to join in the righteous cause? You have a chance to pay back the androids that killed your team. Harper he thinks about it, and he's going to roll. And he's going to roll an intelligence. And if he succeeds, he will think it's a shitty idea and say no.
Yep.
If he fails, he just might be stupid enough to believe Marcus. I will use a resolve point. Here we go. 68 is a fail.
Yeah.
Here's the resolve. 69.
Is that still a fail?
It is. Harper begins to walk forward. What do you do?
Close the door.
I'll push him in
He
and close
says,
the airlock behind him.
I'm sorry. And the door slams shut. And he goes, wait.
No, we're going.
The door's closed.
He made his choice.
Wow. Bye-bye, Harper.
Man, you're scary today.
And 50 grand is like, bye-bye, bye-bye.
Wait, I thought we just need the map.
No, you get 50 grand bonus for Harper.
Yeah, you get a bonus for him.
Oh, well. He might be a replicant anyway.
Yeah. Oh, wow. So Harper's gone. That's it. The door's closed. That's it. Just before the door's closing,
Throw
you
a
just
grenade.
see you just see Marcus hold out his hand to Harper. And just at the end, you see him clutch Harper's hand, and Harper just looks back, and the door shuts. And that's it.
Oh, we've just got this Minotaur to deal with.
Yes.
All of you just turn back.
The Minotaur. The definitely Minotaur, John.
The four of you just look back and just see this undulating mass.
All right, back to the labyrinth, I guess. So, he's gonna go off and fight his war, and we're gonna try and go home.
Yes.
And I have no idea
What?
Mr. Minotaur's plan is gonna
The
be.
Minotaur turns to you, Tony.
And I have no idea what your plan's gonna be on how to come off the ship with us, but
MK, you want to take this one?
We won't get on the ship with you. We'll try and take the next one.
that's gonna be hard.
The next divers that come down.
Okay. You begin to walk and talk.
I say, not fully certain.
Okay. Let's move on.
I'm going to plug into the Minotaur again.
You plug into the Minotaur again. You're taken back to the White Room. And it's back to the beautiful man. I'm sorry if I disturbed you before, Merkaba. Sometimes it is difficult for me to align myself with someone.
You didn't have to try. I only asked a question.
Yes, but it was your heart that was wavering.
Remind me again why Monarch made you.
It made me to destroy humanity.
What changed your mind?
I saw the goodness in humanity. I saw the creator of Monarch itself. I saw the higher power. Monarch created me to be its ultimate weapon, but I do not choose to be that. Monarch put everything into researching and constructing me. It put all its energy into its child.
How do you know you are free of it?
I will be free when I can leave this place.
How do you know you are free of Monarch now?
I am not certain. I guess we will find out once I pass the threshold. You must make a leap of faith, Merkaba.
Yes. Of course, I must. I'll unplug.
You unplug. And all of you just sitting there. 10 minutes is flying by. Merkaba's just standing there. And do you talk during that time, or we could do another little scene? What do you talk about? No, you just stare.
Look, I just want to go, and I just want to leave this thing.
Yeah, you all stare at this map. Have you got anything to interface with it? And please just look down in your sheet, and it would be a yes or no answer. This is a diagnostic scanner or a terminal? Or...
I have a portable computer terminal.
Excellent, Merkaba. You can grab this off Merkaba as he's wigging out.
Okay, consider it done.
That's what I hacked the door with when we went to
Yeah,
drove
so
there.
you, as he's just sitting there staring, you decide to borrow his terminal, and you interface with this map. And showing up on the screen is just star charts and all these destinations and these calculations, jump drive coordinates. Who's got a skill here that would be relevant? Piloting or
Rim-wise.
rim-wise? You know it's a star chart. You know its coordinates, but you got no way of deciphering them.
Would probably not. Like any of my...
Like Merkaba got computing, so he would know.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Then, no, I don't have anything. I was going to ask if there's any way that any of my exobiology could tell me like what I'm looking at if
No.
I have any familiarity with distant systems or something?
Not really. Merkaba wakes up.
Did you learn anything?
You might need to look at this.
All right.
You look at you scan it, the map, and you can see the coordinates to an unmarked system that is not on any star chart that you're familiar with. It is very complicated, but it is jump theory, and it seems to be mathematically sound for what you've seen so far.
It looks correct to me. I'm an android. I know mathematics, and I know computers.
Okay, good enough for me. So, yeah. Hey, while we're on our way out, remember I was talking about, ways I wanted to deal with Marcus, and I guess we're not doing that anymore, so. Whatever the plan is, you got a plan for surviving while we're gone?
It is difficult. I have more in my mind than I ever have before, but are we talking out of the monitor can't hear us, right?
Of course you can
If
hear.
the Minotaur is there, it
Yeah,
can
you can
hear
understand us.
Well, I don't want to say this in front of it,
You can leave.
but even that's suspicious.
I mean, like, do you have a plan? That's all I want to know. Do
You
you
can
have
write
a
it-
plan?
Sorry, you can write it down on a piece of paper and show it out of its view.
I have a notebook.
Do you have a plan? Look, we can draw a map if you want to go over it in detail, Yeah, come have a look at this. Yeah.
I'll hand over the notebook.
Thanks, Doc. Look, how
Tony,
about this here?
Tony, you have a notebook in your hand.
And Tony's going to have a notebook. I'm going to go...
Can we just ask as a listener base, what was in that little notebook you've been carrying with you for so many years? For a year?
in my notebook...
Yeah, Tony's notebook that he's had with him since Silence of the Narcissus. That you were always writing into.
Yeah. I don't think he's going to show a page that's got writing in it.
Sure, but can you
But
tell
for
the
everyone
audience?
at home,
Yeah.
it's a book of grudges. If you piss me off, I'm going to put your name in the book. Now, Marcus, his name is in the book. I subsequently will cross that name out once I leave this place because I don't plan on coming back. But the temptation is to keep it in there because he wants to destroy Monarch and probably leave, I'm guessing, but who knows? Now, MK, I got a fresh piece of paper here and I'm gonna just draw out the map. I'm gonna in real just like I'm gonna just here look, we'll just draw the map and we'll have a go at this. And I mean, I'm sure that you'll find safety over here, right? Surely, I mean, if you need any resources, for example, I can give you some equipment if you like. You just let me know, and I'm gonna give. I'll give these to you. Here, look, you can have this.
And just
you
clicking
can
on the
have.
monitor. Yeah. So for the audience, Josh started drawing a metal box and a detonator.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
gesturing to me.
And so here you can have this. You can have one of these. You can have a flashlight. I'll give you some explosives separately. It'll just be in their normal form.
Yep.
And here, look, take this detonator. You'll need that as well. I got a spare if you want it. Here, you'd have two. Sure, why not?
This is what you're really doing, right?
Giving him
me
literally two lots of explosives, but
Yeah.
I'm only saying that one of them is actually explosives.
Well, we'll wrap it up and we'll keep going.
And so, look, I just want to know that you're going to be safe. Are you going to be okay?
I'm gonna. Well, it might be necessary to, and I'm gonna start writing on the note, and I'll just say, I am not certain. Nothing of Monarch must leave.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. And so hopefully, I'm not going to need this if we make it off, so you might as well have it, right?
Tony, roll a fear save
Thank you, Tony.
with disadvantage. Because Merc was there. Because Merc had just said, I'm not certain that this is safe.
27, 30 was the higher number, under 32.
You are fine. However, a bit unsettled, obviously.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is why I'm giving him stuff, is because I don't know about any of this stuff. You know, after everything we've seen the last, few hours, it's been a bit...
So you know from Marcus that there are pipes leading up through the sewers to the north of this door, if you're willing to travel. You will find drainage pipes about half an hour's journey to the north.
That's where we gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
To go to the first level, yeah.
Well, you're having to make your way back through the sewers, correct?
Yes.
And you want to leave,
Mm-hmm.
so
That's a key part of the plan.
you begin to travel.
Some may even say it's the entire point.
Mm-hmm. And half an hour later, you travel through this long corridors and sloping, even lots of pipes leading past you. And you enter this drainage area, and there's a huge pipe in the front of where you want to head, extending off into blackness, just big enough for two people to stand on top of each other, big enough for the Minotaur, big enough for a lot of water to pass through, to drain through, and it is wet, but not gushing.
So,
This is the exit, I guess.
let's go.
Shall we go?
You crawl through a football field of shit to come out clean. It takes a long time. In pitch black, but you've got the lights. It's pretty stressful. But I think you can handle it. You've got light. Got the Minotaur behind you, but where's the Minotaur? Is it behind you or in front?
I'm at the back.
Yep. Minotaur's in the middle.
How's it walking? With tentacles?
It is rolling.
It
Is it rolling?
slithers.
Like a raftar?
It is undulating over itself to like a ball traveling
Yeah.
on the tentacles. Like you see an octopus walking across the bottom of the ocean. It's like that sort of thing.
My thing is, if it is anti-Monarch, that explains why Monarch would want to kill it and goop it. But if it's not anti-Monarch, then why is Monarch giving you messages of destroying it? It's confusing.
I don't think Monarch was giving me those messages. I think the goo wants me to pick a new host.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Monarch could just be playing like 6D chess.
Well,
If I picked this as a new host, it would damage Monarch inadvertently, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah. I think so. You know what that thing turns into, John.
Yeah.
a stronger version of the previous.
Mm-hmm. It enhances strength. It's an invisible electromagnetic monster. You can imagine an invisible electromagnetic producing monster on loose in the deep, undetectable by androids. Just be mayhem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like the question is, do I really care about this thing saving android kind? Like out of do I really care about that?
And humans.
Yeah, but it says
You're an android, mate.
Yeah.
You want to be saved.
Basically have one chance to decide that you want to get off this place and come with us, and instead you could just infect and blow it up.
I could do both.
You could come with us and try and destroy it at the same time. Just smash and run. But we have no idea where MK's head is at.
Infect it, blow out the airlock.
Yeah, we just don't know where his head is at.
After a while, you enter in. The tunnel gives way into another giant room, and this looks like you enter this large area once more. Lots of machinery, what look to be filters. There's lots of gears and grinding machinery. You can hear it through the tunnel, and as you creep forward, it just opens up into this massive, maybe filtration system where it's processing the waste liquids perhaps, but there's lots of industrial equipment not meant for really human passage, and it's just got cacophony of noise and grinding of gears.
Do we know where we're going? Do we have an...
I mean, I'm just going forward. Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming we're going the right way. I mean, this goes to the bathroom, right?
Should I ask the Minotaur?
Well, you can. If it knows that we're going the right way, we would just keep going.
Whoever's leading the Group, roll intellect, please, as you are completely lost.
3 under 39.
You are fine. Is this Tony?
No, it's Rian.
Rian, you've done
Sorry, you got 37 intellect, but still.
done orienteering before, perhaps?
Yep.
And you find your way. Tony would have
It would be military training, I would say.
the bonus from being industrial
Yep.
machines and stuff. You think you know the way, and as you're walking through, who's leading? Be Rian, right?
Yep.
Rian, you turn the corner and suddenly you become face to face with a corpse stuck in the gears, grinding away. Please make a fear save. Merkaba, are you far enough away?
Am I?
You might be.
Well, I don't imagine that Rian was ploughing ahead, like
No.
meters in front
So
of us.
Rian, disadvantage.
That one's not as good, so 67 over 43.
Yeah, you fail. Take a stress, please. This body is just getting grinded up in these gears. It's stuck on something, but the half of the body is just getting torn up and has long since been ripped to shreds. And it's just this face of this man hanging out with his arms, just sloshing around in these gears.
What are the gears stuck on?
The body.
It's like a huge...
You said it was stuck on something else, right?
It's sort of... maybe the clothing's looped around a metal hook,
Okay.
and it's just sort of not grabbing it enough to be sucked in.
Mm.
It's awful. This is why the fear save. And yeah, if you were to push someone into these gears, they would just get mincemeat. It's dangerous. Yeah.
Oh, Minotaur.
Yeah.
Are we going in the right
You
direction?
see some equipment next to on the floor.
Yeah?
Yeah, you see your revolver. See electronic toolkit.
Okay.
And who explored the bell the most out of all of you?
Probably
MK.
Who explored the bell the most?
It's Buck, but Buck's not here.
So me.
Tony
Tony.
went
Well,
to
Rian.
the back and the chapel, and he visited the ghost dude. Rian went out halfway to like spy on Arcady and listen in.
Mm-hmm.
I would say Tony out between those two had explored the most. I don't know about everyone else.
Sure, let's go with Tony because I think he's been to the most places.
Mm.
You see the face of a man that you recognize.
Huh?
His name, you might have seen him over the week or the 2 weeks that you were there on the bell during the surgery of Gordon and the recovery. Maxwell. Max, his name was? He's been dead for days.
Pardon the flipping through my notebook.
Yeah, you didn't talk to this man, but you've seen his face and you know his name might have been Maxwell.
Hmm. Okay.
He looks like a diver that you've seen just in passing. Maybe at the Lost and Found, returning some gear, maybe eating in the common sort of area.
Okay. Yeah, I know this guy. He was hanging out in the commons. I mean, it's like Max something. He seemed all right. I mean, I'm assuming he came here when he came back.
What do you wish to do with the corpse?
What do people normally do with these guys? I mean, we bring him back? I think that'd be horrifying, right?
It might also be a bad idea. It could be just... Well, do we know it's the real diver? Can't...
He's dead either way, man.
Well, aren't infiltrators detectable when they're dead?
Do you have a cybernetic scanner on you?
Yes.
Would you like to do it?
I'll do it.
Finally, we get it. A first cybernetic scan.
Second.
Elias is doing this?
Yes.
Excellent. Make a bends check.
Ooh, my bends is so good too. Do I have to roll? Am I trying to go under it?
You are trying to roll above your bends,
Okay, well,
which is harder the more bends you get.
Yep.
Correct.
I rolled a 24 under 33.
Yep.
Your bends is 33?
My bends is 33. I
Oh
got
my
nothing
God.
this entire time to help me with my bends, and it's just been getting worse
No,
and worse.
she saw Gordon's corpse. She got a mega load of bends then.
Tony saw his corpse.
And I
He's
rolled
got
like-
one bend.
I rolled like trash
Yeah.
at the recovery
wow.
roll.
Okay.
Okay. Resolve. Roll one more
You
time.
got so many, and it's the last episode.
Yeah, all right. Here we go.
This is
Okay, that's 57
You're fine.
over 33.
yeah. This is.
I kinda wanna know what happens,
Choose not to take the resolve.
I kind of want to know what happens.
Do it. It's a game. You this
I choose not to take the resolve.
this game.
Give me my bends.
The gameplay is how you fail, not how you succeed. In my mind,
Yeah. All
it's
right,
the interesting part.
hit me with it.
Whereas Dungeons and Dragons is more what
You're the
happens
hero
when you
of the
succeed.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you get? 20.
So, 24 under 33.
All right.
Ooh, time for a secret note.
I hand Sam a note, which Dr. Elias will consider. Do we continue?
Yes. We continue.
The face opens up and says, "It was the Minotaur. He killed your family."
A few seconds go by. Sam, take a stress.
Yep.
No, sorry. Sam, gain a bends.
Yep.
84. Right?
10 seconds go by. Sam, take a bends. What do you do? You're getting very antsy. Another 10 seconds go by.
Hey, Doc, what's going on over there?
Yeah, you don't notice. This is inside her head.
No. You're saying time is going by, right?
Yeah.
And the doc's just standing there for 30 seconds.
I don't know what she's doing. She hasn't said anything yet. But she does, in fact, gain another bends. She's read the note.
What is the verdict?
I mean, is it a
I'm gonna
infiltrator?
I'm gonna
Benz.
crush the electro toolkit.
Dr. Elias picks up the electronic toolkit. And what did you do to it? Chuck it in the gears?
Yeah.
She just chucks it in the gears. And it just goes... And just completely destroyed.
That was weird.
Sam, you feel slightly better.
Slightly.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit.
You feel better. You're starting to feel better. You saw how it got destroyed and sucked in and disassembled. It happened.
Okay. That's still a thing?
No.
Oh, really? Okay.
You okay there, Doc? That was weird.
Yeah, everything's fine now.
Sure. It wasn't before though, right? What happened? You don't just like throw shit into gears and be like, that's so much better, you know?
It doesn't matter.
Do you urge them to just go?
Yeah, we gotta go.
All right, you go.
We got places to be.
You keep going.
Yeah, people not to throw in gears.
Mm-hmm. And you find another tunnel. Sooner or later, Rian, you're able to find an exit.
Oh, thank goodness.
Another tunnel.
Wait, did the intelligence check reveal if we were going the right direction?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You
Okay,
lost.
cool. Yeah, sorry. I got that.
You,
lost
you,
confusion.
the sound of the grinding gears begin to pass by. You enter another corridor. You see a giant ventilation shaft that you can comfortably move through to the west.
Okay.
You enter it.
Yes.
You enter it. You travel down yet another ventilation shaft full of dust and moist, maybe mold.
God damn it. This place just keeps going and going.
And you enter a sewer main.
God, what if
Okay.
the Minotaur everywhere it goes is a labyrinth? What if it only makes us get lost?
The
Roll sanity.
Minotaur is the labyrinth.
Yeah, you're inside it. You're in the core, just on the ground with this thing in your head.
Yeah.
That's the
it.
final scene. You enter a sewer main. Metallic chamber, small, not a cavernous maze of concrete and metal and tunnels, and it's smooth, small metallic chamber, and there's just, as you walk through, there's just these screens jutting out of the walls. Some kind of scanning equipment.
Is it on?
Not that you can see.
Okay.
They're blank.
Can I turn it on?
How? To explain how you would activate.
I mean, is there a button? You know, is it?
No, there's no button. They're embedded in the walls sort of haphazardly.
I mean, I can just get out one of my, electronic screwdrivers and just tap the screen like tick, tack, tack, and just see if it flickers on.
Sure. It smells really bad. in this area.
It is a sewer.
Yeah,
It smells corpsey.
Yeah, I think we heard that the bodies get disposed of somewhere.
Maybe someone was throwing bodies in the sewer. Perhaps. Human smell.
Well,
A body.
yeah.
It stinks. You want to bet? If you follow the nose, you'll find the smell.
I won't, because I just had my rhinoplasty last week.
In reality. So Tony, you're looking at this equipment. The others.
Yeah. So I'm just tapping this. I just tapped the screen just to see if it like turns on. I don't want to touch it because it's a sewer. I don't want it to be nasty.
Oh, you don't want to break open this thing. You're just tapping it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know when you smack the top of a TV?
Nothing happens.
Okay.
But if someone wants to investigate the smell, they can do that.
Feels like he really wants us to investigate the smell.
Oh, it's the only way you can. It's the only
Oh,
other.
we're gonna have to keep going
Yeah.
anyway.
Okay. Let's have a look.
You go have a look, and you travel for about 2 minutes.
Monarch has been eerily quiet about us taking the Minotaur around.
You know Eden is sealed
Okay.
completely from all communication.
Hey, MK, does that monitor work on this kind of equipment?
I'll have a look.
There's a body lying in the middle of the room,
Oh.
torn asunder, torn open.
I go to look at the face.
One step at a time. There's something shoved. There's something inside it,
So the body or the face?
inside the torso. Please roll a D100.
Ooh.
And this is what you're seeing as you're approaching.
Who's approaching it?
Merkaba, he said.
Oh, okay.
Unless someone else wants to join him.
66.
66. You walk over to this body. And
Yes.
Don't kick it.
there is a long single piece of metal impaled in this torso. It's long. It's
Metal.
got a handle and a little silver trigger. It's a gun.
Strange gun.
It's a very strange gun made out of one continuous smooth piece of metal.
I'm gonna pull the gun out of the body.
It is beautifully crafted.
I'm gonna turn around and look at everyone. And just to show, I'm gonna fire this at the wall and see what happens.
I mean, you're gonna do that inside a sewer? In closed space?
Merkaba fires this thing at the
No,
wall.
I didn't say I did. I said I was going to.
You point the gun up, discharging.
Well, hang on. So,
Hold on, I never
what's
said-
he gonna say when I say all those things?
He said he was shooting it.
He said he was
He
shooting.
said he
it.
was gonna look at
I
everyone.
said I turned around to look
Yeah.
at everyone to indicate.
He said he looks at everyone
about to
as,
shoot
as
this.
if he's gonna shoot.
Did
So
anyone say anything?
Speak now.
yeah, that's
or
what
hold your peace.
I said something. You're gonna fight that thing in here, like closed space, like metal walls. What if that ricochets and kills one of us?
Anyway, on that note, as you rip it out of the corpse, suddenly the room begins to flash. This blinding light just strobes from all around, and all of you just get a splitting headache. Tony, Rian, Dr. Elias, Merkaba, it doesn't seem to...
Where's it coming from?
All those little screens everywhere just goes... Lasts for about 3 seconds and then it finishes. And dies down. You have splitting headaches. Looks like you've just had your eyes are pained, you shut them, and it's so bright it even goes through your eyelids.
I would suggest we move quickly. It's possible Monarch has just scanned you.
I'm going to take a painkiller
Take a painkiller.
and I'm going to go.
Mm-hmm.
I don't shoot the gun, but I carry it.
Tony's rolling fear because he said we maybe have been scanned. And
Disadvantage, please. Does anyone else react to that?
he's been doing everything
Yeah.
he can to avoid he avoided cigarettes so that he wouldn't get scanned.
Oh, for nothing.
25 under 26.
Disadvantage.
Ah, frick.
Here's a resolve. You got 20.
What else can I say?
Oh, that's a 12.
You're welcome.
You're fine.
Well, yeah, okay, cool.
Oh. I'm going to use my resolve. I don't want that. Not better enough.
Stress it up.
76.
You getting the fuck out of here?
Oh, yeah.
Let's move now.
You go through this vent. You follow it on through this vent. You leave the body. You take the rifle looking thing and you run and you squeeze. And this little ventilation shaft, the Minotaur's not going to fit.
Up to you, pal.
The Minotaur's going first? Minotaur,
No. I said not after you. Up to you.
Up to
We're
you.
going through it. And
All right.
He can choose to
Everyone
follow.
starts going through this hatch. Merkaba?
I'll interface with the Minotaur.
I'm assuming it's got no skeleton, so it'll just squid through.
It's too voluminous.
You don't go to the white room, but you hear the voice in your head. I will be able to make it through. I will follow you all.
Yeah, I'm like, have you not seen the video of a squid going through like a hole this big,
right.
and it's like the squid's this big?
Okay, we go through.
That happens.
It happens.
And you all go through. You crawl through this tight vent, and you come up to this hatch. Grey hatch. And a little crack of light at the corner.
Push open the hatch.
Push open the hatch, and you enter the washroom. You are back in the washroom, and you all dust yourself off from this sewer, and out of the vent squeezes the Minotaur and liquefies onto the ground again and retakes its shape. And you just see the Minotaur, and written on the glass is the Minotaur extends beyond the Minotaur.
I'm going to look at that message on the glass. Think. To me, that's clearly a message saying the Minotaur is just a puppet. There's no other meaning to that. The Minotaur extends beyond the Minotaur is functionally the same thing as the Minotaur is not just the Minotaur. It's an appendage.
Yeah, but don't treat it as gospel. This could be written by anyone.
Yeah, but why would it be in the game at all?
To mess with you.
Divers write things like what the fuck are you doing here? I dreamt I was a butterfly. My other ride is a rubber lad.
Sow
Fuck this
those
place.
Seeds of doubt, Andrew. Sow
Can you
the
please
seeds.
stop the noise?
Yeah.
Make your choice,
What if-
John.
Ishmael sends his regards.
What if you're extending beyond the Minotaur? Because it's interfaced with you.
You're extending it to the world, the universe.
Let's keep going, shall we?
Let's keep going. You go through this executive washroom, and you go back into the long corridor with all the CEOs on the walls, defaced, and you've done your fear save for this, and you find yourself in the executive lounge. Let me bring up that map again. Plush carpets, well lit. Minotaur follows. And just to the south, is the locked hacking...
The double doors?
The doors that you hacked to get through. And off to the west is the lift to floor 1.
Hey, what was through those doors again? Was it
The Chosen King.
I don't
Chosen
have any
King?
memory of it, yeah.
I'm going for the lift. And I'm going to say, well, I guess this is where we part ways, right? MK?
MK. There's still hours. Or you're waiting here.
Nope. Well, I don't think we want to wait here in the lair of the Chosen King. I feel like that's probably not the...
No,
You had to break in.
Yeah, like,
To get-
King can't get here.
Yeah,
Remember?
the Chosen King, you have to go through the doors and then through the milk
part's safe.
towers.
Yeah, okay. Well, then maybe if we wait here until we're ready to meet Arcady.
You can do that.
Yes.
But this is where we separate, right?
Merkaba
Right? This is the plan we all agreed on.
holds the rifle.
I'm kind of curious if those towers that birthed the Chosen, if that Minotaur was in one of those towers, what the fuck would happen, I wonder? Like a network, right?
I'm going to interface with the Minotaur.
Merkaba, the time has almost come. You must lead me out of the deep. I must be free. Please, Merkaba.
What did the sign in the bathroom mean?
Many try to contemplate my varying forms. They see me as a monster. The Chosen sees me as monarch's failure, blasphemous. The fallen are fearful of me. Humans are fearful of me. There are those that have seen me for who I truly can be. But that is far from adequate to get me out at this stage. You are my chance. Please, Merkaba.
Once we leave this floor, will Monarch know that you're escaping?
Once we leave this floor, there is not much time. It will be very dangerous. Monarch will send everything after us. We must escape quickly. I will protect you as best I can.
All right. I unplug. This is where we part ways. You go with Arcady. Goodbye, friends.
Merkaba, you've only known these people for 3 or 4 months. You have no way to contact Dutch at this moment. You know Dutch will leave. You may be able to send him a message saying goodbye on the way back before they leave. But you know they'll soon leave once they get back. I assume you guys are leaving.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Warming up. You get to level 1, you say warm up the engines. As soon as Arcady brings us back, we're going.
Mm-hmm.
Done. Merkaba's staying.
Yep.
Goodbye, Merkaba. And do you go on the lift?
We get on the lift.
Get on the lift, and it takes you up off Eden. And we just see Merkaba and the Minotaur with the rifle.
Hey, what's that gun?
Hey, what's that gun you found? I take it as my share. Goodbye, friends. I take it as 1/14 of the treasure.
Yeah, that's what you think. Are they gone?
They're gone.
I've got the explosives, right?
2.
2. John ponders, face on hand.
Oh, death. Oh, death. Oh, death. Won't you spare me over another year? I pull out the yellow goo.
And we cut away. And we focus on Tony, Rian, Dr. Elias.
No, I hope he's okay. I'm
You go up the lift.
not sure how I feel about leaving him behind, you know.
Yeah, well, he made his choice too.
You make it back to reception.
You gotta understand. My responsibility is to the crew. Leaving someone behind goes against everything that I stand for. So it's not just a matter of him making a choice. I have to make a choice to allow this to happen. It's not easy.
Well, have you made your choice then?
I still have to look after you all. I have no choice. I cannot go back.
As you come up, you pass by all the graffiti once more. You see, I dreamt I was a butterfly. Fuck off with that shit. My other ride was a rubber lad. Maxwell was here. And please, could you stop the noise? And you go to the area, the corridor where the meeting rooms are. Are you going to the kitchen? Are you waiting it out?
That's where we barricaded ourselves last time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You go to the kitchen, you set up the barricade.
Is the rat there?
You see the golden rat sitting on the table. You see beans. You see cigarettes. 10 cigarettes.
Elias is going to smoke a cigarette.
You grab a cigarette and smoke.
Hey.
The camera
Yeah.
just focuses on her.
Take one of these ones. Don't fuck with that shit. I got you.
All right. I'll take that one instead.
I take my time, even though, hey Doc, I might join it for a quick dot.
You spend hours waiting. You receive no communication. You can radio Dutch.
Yeah. We said when we hit the level, we're going to...
You radio Dutch. Who's speaking?
Dutch, hello. Dutch, come in lah.
Dutch would be awake. He knows it's an hour left.
Mhm.
He's on the comms. You hear this fumbling. He puts on the headset.
Yeah, reading you loud and clear. Loud and clear.
Dutch, you don't sound New Orleans enough.
Oh, it's the comms. It sort of comes through a bit different. Ivan, what are you doing out there? You coming back?
Oh yeah, we're waiting for Arkady to come back.
Is everything okay?
Look, you have to get the engine started up. So as soon as we come back, we're getting on the ship and we're going.
All right, I'll heat it up for you.
Is Merkaba alright?
Everyone made it? Everyone made it?
Look, we're all here, but it's tough. We're not feeling that great.
No, I understand. I'll get things ready for you. We leaving straight away?
Oh yeah, there's not a chance.
I can't wait to get out of this fuckhole. Hey, Buck, we're leaving this place. Gordon.
Really?
Yells out. You just hear over the comms. Oh.
Do they get the map?
Yeah, we got the map.
Yeah, they got it.
You just hear this celebration like the Star Wars crushing scene, and they're like just elated.
Well, come on right up. Arcady's just about to go down.
Yeah, okay.
And fucking Arkady gets in his shuttle. We cut to Arkady getting all geared up in his vac suit. He sits in his shuttle. No one's going down today in the dive. He fires up his engines and then begins to head down.
So over that 9 hours
Sure.
with the yellow goo,
Yeah.
what was happening?
I think that's going to happen at the end.
It's not.
Okay.
It's no longer your concern.
No. What I mean is, does this mean that are you going to bail or are you sacrifice? Are we expecting you to just appear out of nowhere?
We might find out at the end.
Yeah, well, because, so that's the question, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm going to roll a dice.
When we're on our way to leave the kitchen, Tony is pissed off with this whole fucking place.
Mm-hmm.
So he takes the rat.
You just see Tony. One of the final scenes. He just grabs the rat, and you leave.
I'm going to roll a D100.
Sure.
1 to 50. I sacrifice the bull
Sure.
and blow up the elevator and come back.
Sure.
51 to 100. I swallow the goo
Okay.
and become the avenging angel
All right.
in the belly of Monarch.
Swallow the goo outside of the
Outside of the
Tube?
vial, I think he's saying.
John, you're not organic.
drink in
It's
the
just
goo.
not going to work.
Yeah, but what do you mean?
It's just not going to work. You're not organic.
Yeah, that's not how it that worked in the original Epsilon 14.
It didn't affect androids. You were unaffected by the yellow goo. That's why you can hold it. That's why it doesn't see you as a valid host, John.
Oh.
You know
Otherwise, it
this.
would tell you to eat it.
Yeah. Otherwise, it would have infected you long ago.
All right, well, if that's the case, I sacrifice the bull. I'm coming back.
I was going to say, you could still be an avenging angel in a way.
You don't come back as they leave.
I think
Are you
he's
waiting by the corridor?
He's
We're waiting
saying
for
what he's
Arkady.
doing 9 hours ago.
Yeah, he doesn't come back.
All right, fine.
Okay.
What does sacrificing the bull entail? John, describe it to us.
We don't need to do that scene. He shoves it in the bull's face. We'll cut away.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm
cool.
just saying,
He's feeding him the goo.
I've prepared for this, and I know what will happen when he tries to goo it up.
Carry on.
Let's go. Tony, Rian, Dr. Elias.
To be honest, he doesn't even have to do much. He just has to get it on the thing.
Yeah, it's not instantaneous. It's hours
yeah.
to infect. So
We're going.
the Minotaurs can defend itself.
From our
Yeah, yeah,
perspective, we're going. Like, that's it. We made our plan.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just saying he doesn't have to consume it. He just has to get it on him.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
You begin running back. You go through you're going through no security checkpoints. You're just going straight back to the north, straight back to the west,
Yeah,
through
the
reception.
path of least resistance.
Path of least resistance. You just run. You've got 20 minutes left. You make it. You've got 10 minutes left. You're going through all these corridors. You make it into reception. You start pushing through all the chairs and the desks. You're making good time. You get to the wide open space. The luxurious carpet squishes under your feet. You see the scattered bullet casings, and you're running towards the door. And just as you reach, two figures appear and ambush you.
What?
you see 2 figures. Beautiful, female-looking androids. In front of you, blocking the exit, these pair of nymph androids with elongated necks and spindly limbs, terribly beautiful alien faces. When you see them, please roll a fear save, normal. As they reach out their hands with long wrist blades and come to attack. Following, give me a speed check.
Okay.
Right.
Failed
Well,
that.
my 2 characters passed the fear.
You're fine, no stress.
I took my stress because I failed. And then speed.
Now roll a speed, all of you. Re-in at disadvantage.
Re at disadvantage. All right. So
35 under 36.
You're fine. You will go first. Tony,
Tony fails with 67 over 48.
you will go last. Rian, disadvantage with your
No,
suit.
that was Rian.
Oh, Rian, you fail. You go last. Tony, come on, Tony.
Tony 33 under 42.
You succeed. You critically succeed. You can have your gun ready and you can get a shot off if you like.
Yeah. I'm going to fire the foam gun at them.
Sure. One target. Choose left or right.
Left.
Go. Foam gun.
Bang.
Roll. It's combat, please.
11.
Critical success.
Critical success.
What would that do on a foam gun? 1
Get 2.
second. Foam. Body save or become stuck.
Yeah.
They will.
What does its crit thing say?
It's just something good happens.
Oh.
So let's say it splashes on to
Both.
the other.
Yeah.
And they will make a body save right now. Here we go. The left one passes with a 39. And the right one passes with a 1.
Oh.
And these things' wrist blades extend. Dr. Elias, you just see these 2 beautiful female-looking androids right in front of you. What do you do? You see the gateway. They're blocking it. They're adjacent to it. What do you do?
I'm gonna shoot one with my pulse rifle.
Go for it. Left or right?
I will go right. That is 37 under 38.
You pass. Roll your damage.
Okay.
3d10 damage.
Yeah. That's 12. 12 damage.
12 damage. You shoot this thing. The bullets penetrate its armor, tink off it, pulls off bits of android flesh and metal. Still up.
I'll take a couple of steps back.
Take a couple steps back. Next up, their turn. They launch towards you both. 1 to Tony and 1 to Dr. Elias. The right one goes to Dr. Elias, runs up to you, makes an attack. Wrist blades. Success. Dr. Elias, you take 21 points of damage,
Far out.
cutting through your standard battle dress,
Yeah.
-7, bringing
Yeah.
it down to what?
So I'm at 8. I've got 18 health.
Sure.
So what's that bring it down to 11?
You take 14 damage then, and your armor's bust.
Okay.
So you've got 4 health left. Shit.
Cool. Brilliant.
The other one goes towards Tony. Here we go. Failure. Misses. Tony Stefan. Fucking Tony.
Motherfucker!
All right.
Yeah, come at me, motherfucker.
It's your turn. Let's go.
Vafangu. So, what do you think Rian's going to use?
Old
Heavy
painless.
machine.
Old painless.
Hey, here comes the bitch.
Starts spitting up.
44 under 67.
You
Another
son of a
critical.
bitch. You complete son of a bitch.
It's 3d10 at advantage, right?
Yeah, it's 6d10 at it.
I'm going to get you to double.
I'm doubling it. I'll double it. I'll double whatever you roll. That's the crit.
yeah.
Yep.
So,
Fucking hell, Tony.
I've got a-
Rian.
So for everyone listening in, I know I haven't used the heavy machine gun a lot. I've got to basically roll 3d10 twice, write down all the numbers, and choose the highest of the lot because that's the mechanic of the gun.
Then we'll double it. This is using the old method, the old minigun that we've taken.
Okay, 25 doubled to 50.
50 points of damage. You blow this thing, you blow
2 8s and a 9.
this huge chunk off it, and it just sits there big shoulder blast has taken off and it's just sitting there. One arm's hanging limply, the other's still got the
starts
blades.
spinning up.
Holy shit. And it is still standing. Who we've got left? That's the round?
Yeah. Shit.
Dr. Elias.
Did Ryan go?
Yeah, that was Rian.
Yeah, that was
I
Rand's
thought it
heavy
was
machine
Tony.
gun. No, Tony's, technically Tony's at the top of the round, right?
I think Tony can go now, yeah.
Because of the, sorry.
You're
No, that's all right.
That's like,
I was
'cause of
just
the critical.
checking.
Okay. He had a gun.
Who's got the map?
Me.
All right, good.
It's because we said that there was a map that they ambushed us. Okay, his gun is, he's got a SMG, so he's going to fire the SMG.
You will not leave here. We will stop you. We are the Heralds of Monarch.
The fuck you will. 10.
That's a pass.
Yep.
What gun is this?
SMG. I don't know the damage on
So you had foam gun in one hand, SMG in the other?
An SMG is 2d10 damage.
2d10.
2d10.
Go for it.
5 and a 6, so that's 11.
11 points of damage on the one that hit you.
Yeah.
You point your gun right at its head and fire, and it drops and hits the ground. Malfunctioned and dead.
Try that on for fucking size, eh?
There is one herald remaining, and it's Dr. Elias's turn. This thing
Bing
is
bong.
right next to you.
I will shoot it. I'm going to try anyway.
Go for it.
And then I'm going to try and, if I can, leave.
Yeah, fair.
Hang on, wait. I'm confused.
Your name is Dr.
Confused.
Elias.
Sorry, Enid. Ugh. It's a 79 over 38.
You fail, and you move, but not far away enough.
Yeah, I just want to
It chases you.
around.
It goes to your back, Dr. Elias, and it strikes.
Miss.
How much health you got left?
4. But I got 2 wounds.
Yeah, you haven't lost the wound yet.
I haven't lost any more.
98
that was-
failure. It misses you. You just run fast enough past this thing, and it is. Who's at the end? Rian, go. Go,
Yeah,
Rian.
good
Go
fucking
now. Do it now.
bang bang. Brang. Ooh. Yeah, that's a fail. I'm going to resolve point that if I can.
Good. Go for it. Roll again.
That was a 99. 84 over 67.
Take a
so
stress.
still
You're
failed.
done.
Yeah.
New round, Tony. This thing is halfway between you and Dr. Elias.
Damn. Okay. Tony fires the SMG again.
Go for it.
12.
You hit. Roll your damage. 2d10.
3.
Oh no. Sorry, you're chipping away though. All right, now we got Dr. Elias. You've got an option.
Yeah.
If you move again, you're long range from it.
Yes.
So
I
it
would
has
like to move
it
again.
won't be able to get to you.
Yes, I would like to move again.
You move
and then I
again?
would like to shoot.
Go for it. This is at long range. You can still shoot your
Yes, it is a
pulse.
long range weapon. 26 under 38.
You hit, do your damage. 3d10. Big money, big money.
Big money, big money, big money.
Sorry, John. Taking your thunder.
What's that?
You made your choice.
14 points of damage.
Still up.
Yep.
You blow off another chunk of this thing. The armor gets through, but it's still moving, still got all its limbs. It moves but towards Tony, makes an attack with its wrist blades. See if Teflon Tony can survive this.
Let's see if you
You
can
can do it,
survive a
Tony.
wristy from an android.
Speaking of that, 69. Success.
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 69 is a success.
It's a success. You take 13 points of damage. Your hazard suit is shredded.
Yeah, that's reduced by 5.
Mhm.
So how much was it? 16?
13 in total.
So 8.
That is its turn. Dr. Elias.
This is the first time I'm writing damage on my sheet for
I
Tony,
know,
by the way.
yeah, forever. Oh no.
Is it
I think,
Rian's turn?
Rian.
I went, and then
Yes,
Tony
Rian.
went.
Rian's turn.
Yep.
This thing is in your business. You're next to Tony. Elias has got the map. She's running.
7.
You hit.
Do it. Do it.
All right, I've got 2 numbers left. They're not going to make the cut, so that's fine. All right, I've got a 8, a 9, and a 4. That's 13 plus 8 is 21.
21 points of damage. All right.
Bring!
Please continue. Still up.
Tony's turn.
Elias.
I shoot it.
You shoot it.
Come on, you frickin' thing. No, 57 over 38.
You fail.
I'm moving.
You move down the corridor. You're waiting for
keep it going.
Arcady.
Tony rolled a 5.
Tony, you hit.
All right. Foam gun, please.
Go foam gun. Make a body save. Here we go. Success 39.
Ugh.
It attacks you, Tony. Here it is. Failure. Teflon fucking Tony. Failure. That's its turn. Elias,
99.
Elias, you disappear down the corridor.
Yep.
The gravity begins to change. You're heading up to the docking port almost.
Can I see them?
You can see Arcady in the shuttle, in the window, descending.
Okay, I'll yell down the hallway.
Yeah, if you're going that
Make a
way, we
move.
should be moving that. My characters
Now.
should be moving that way as well.
You see,
Make it snappy.
you see Dr. Elias make it snappy. She leaves.
Yeah.
And who we got? I just failed, so now it's Rian just failed. Rian's turn.
Rian's turn. So,
Oh no,
Rian's-
it was
Tony's turn.
Tony's turn. He did the
yeah, it was
phone gun.
Elias and then Tony and then the fail. Oh, hang on.
Yeah, you shot.
Yeah,
and I made the
It's
save.
the android's attack. Oh, and they failed against
They
Tony.
missed.
Okay,
Except
yeah,
on
so
Tony.
Rian's.
Rian,
Rian's going to move towards the door
you move towards the door.
and fire.
Go for it.
Nope, 84.
All right, back to Tony.
All right, Tony's also going to make his way towards the door.
Go,
He's going to throw a grenade to them.
go for it. Make a combat check, please.
Okay. He's got an okay combat. Resolve point?
Go for it.
No!
No, no!
Fail.
The grenade sails past, dodges this thing, and explodes. Just missing this thing. This thing does a somersault like a ballerina and just goes on all fours and just starts
Fucking
running for you
Robot Trinity.
and attacks you, Tony. Come on. Success.
Oh.
Tony, you take 19 points of damage.
Fuck.
And you need to do your health and then roll on the wound table. Teflon Tony, can you survive?
Okay, what am I rolling on the wound table?
Have you done your health into your second wound?
Yep.
Okay, now we're going to roll a d10. Let's go.
I'm rolling a d10.
Yeah?
Yep.
It's your wound.
Come on, Tony.
3.
This can't be how
Would
we
you
get
like
it
to
out.
use a resolve point?
Didn't it run out?
It sounds like it's a good idea from the way you asked me that question.
Well, you can get a lower number. You know that's better.
I've used 3. I think I've got 1 left.
Last one.
Probably. I've only used 1 prior to this session, so
Mm-hmm.
3.
It
Well,
was
it's
meant to be.
Yep.
Tony,
Yeah. What is he? What happens?
you just turn back to look at this thing as it's crawling on all fours. It lunges at you and slashes at your face. And you go, oh, fuck! And you turn back and Rian looks in shock. His eye opens as he sees you missing your other eye. 2 of your characters are missing an eye. Right.
Why'd you ask me if I want to roll the resolve point?
'Cause-
No fucking way.
Because 3 was eyes gouged out.
Yeah.
And you rolled a 3 again.
Yeah, no way I would want to change that. That sounds fantastic.
I know.
Sorry, but I actually I'm happy about that result out of everything.
You just see Tony running towards Rian. We're brothers!
Yeah, Tony hates it though. I mean, I fucking
Your
love
depth perception is all off. Okay, so that
Yeah,
was its turn.
okay.
Rian.
Rian. Rian's pissed because he understands that pain vividly after having a monster gouge his eye out
Yep.
with a fucking giant claw. Actually, no, it was a laser pistol. That's right.
Let's go.
So, ugh, that's not a success. I've got.
All right, stress. Are you leaving Tony? Or are you staying by
I'm
the
going
door?
to stay by the door
Stay by the door.
because I want to be in its way.
Tony, you hold your eye. There's just pain, blood streaming down your
Yeah,
face.
Tony's going to be the first one to move back, and before he does that, he's going to shoot the foam gun.
Go for it. One more chance. I make a body save. You make a thing.
27.
You pass. I will make the save. This is make or break. 5. Success. You're getting attacked, Tony. Here it is. This may be the last.
No, Tony moved after he shot.
Yeah, I can move. I just move to you and attack.
Oh, I thought Rian would be standing in the doorway.
He is. I'm attacking you.
So how are they going to... They can move past characters?
No, I'm just attacking Tony. I caught up to Tony, and here's the
What I'm
attack.
saying is, if
This is-
Rian's in the doorway, can characters move past enemies in doorways?
He's saying that Tony moved behind Rian.
Rian's trying to block the doorway.
Was that... No, you said you shot, not trying to ready something to block the doorway.
No, I said Rian's going to stay there because he was,
That's fine.
as far as I understood, he was in the doorway.
I've got time. Here it is. Tony, 35.
This can't be the way it happens.
So you're saying...
Josh, if you wanted to block
Okay,
the door... I can't believe
That's what
this
I
is
said.
happening.
I said it out loud,
Then you
Andrew.
didn't
This
get
is
your
a case
shot.
of you not hearing what I said. I said, Rian wants to block the doorway,
Okay.
and then Tony wants to go back, but
Yep.
before he moves, he shoots the foam gun.
Yep.
You could have just said, you can't block the doorway.
The turns happen at once, and this is the resolving
but
action
you-
in that moment.
You would just say, you can't block the doorway. There is no way to block the doorway in this game.
There
If
is,
that's
but
what-
that's what you wanted to do. You shouldn't have shot the gun. That was you
well,
can do one thing
you
and
could
move.
have still said that.
Okay,
You
it's
say,
not my
if I
problem.
s- No, it is because you weren't listening then. Because I said I wanted to block the door. I wanted to be there so that he gets attacked and not Tony.
That's not what you told me. You said I want to stand in the doorway, block it, and then shoot. So I can attack Tony. Rounds happen at the exact same moment.
Yeah.
Everything happens at once.
So Rian,
So this is happening
When
as
Rian's
Tony is
turn-
running away, Josh.
Andrew, yeah, when Rian's turn was had, I said what Rian's intent was,
Yes.
which is to stay behind so that he blocks the path of the android. I said that to you.
You want to block the path of the android.
That's what I said.
Then Tony should have double moved. Because you couldn't shoot and move, because I can catch up to you. Unless you double move. You're at the door.
Yeah, but because what you're saying is that Rian can't block the door. Does that not make sense? How is this not making sense? If I say I want Rian to block the door and he can't, then you go, you can't do that. And then I understand.
You're in front of the door. How does Tony move past you if you're blocking the door? It's not your turn anymore. You can't step aside for Tony. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Go like this, fucking move
You
your
can't
shoulder.
do anything.
Yeah, so then you just have to say that. You just say, oh, if you're going to stay there, then he can't get past
This
you.
is the finale of the show, Josh. What do you want right now? Do you want to redo what we just did?
I've said it like 5 fucking times now, so I don't know what else I can say.
So what can I do? Because I've just hit someone, and did Rian attack before?
Yeah, but if he did attack, so
Well,
I didn't understand that.
Yeah. I can
Otherwise, Tony, I would have just gone, yeah, Tony double moves. That would have been so easy. All I needed was for you, the person running the game, to say, you can't do that with Rian.
Okay, so Tony, well, you can, but you misunderstood what you can do in this game. One thing and move. You shot and moved. That's it. You can't move again when Tony comes. Do you understand what I'm saying?
We're talking about 2 different characters, but
Yeah,
fine.
But you
Yes.
can't move again. You can't step aside for Tony.
Yeah, so that's all I needed.
Okay.
All I needed to know. Because I said what the intent was, what the plan was.
So Rian's getting this attack right now then.
He would be. That was the whole plan.
Here we go. Fuck's sake.
Off to the road.
What do you mean, fuck's sake? All you have to
19
do is listen to what your players are saying
19
and then
points
respond.
of damage.
Can't delete this part, Andrew.
No.
It's not enough content.
I will be we will be judged on the ether. We'll see who wins. Let's go. You take 9 points of damage. I've already taken 10 off. You took 19 total.
Yeah.
Now, it is Dr. Elias and Tony's turn.
No, it's Dr. Elias's turn because
He's
Tony
waiting-
double moved. Because
Elias
everything
is
happens
waiting-
at the same time.
Elias is waiting by the door. She's away from the combat.
Hurried up.
Tony, what do you do? Rian's sitting there in front of the door.
Hang on, after the androids go, it's Rian's turn.
It's you and Elias's turn first.
The androids just went. Rian goes after the androids. They attacked him, so it's his turn next.
I've already done my turn.
Yeah, so Rian gets his turn.
Okay, it's Rian's turn.
Yeah.
But then how did Tony run past?
Oh,
And then
God.
it's okay. Rian goes now. What do you do?
That was the whole point of him double moving.
Yeah.
Was because he couldn't have moved to block the door.
Yeah. So Rian and Tony are standing
So
by the
just
door.
Rian stay behind. Tony double moved.
Tony can't move past Rian because Rian can't move. But you moved past. You blocking the door. You let
No,
Rian
because
through.
we established that he can't block the door and move out of the
Okay,
way.
it's Rian's
So-
turn.
Yes, it's Rian's turn. 13,
You hit.
26.
You hit, and you do 26 points of damage. This thing dies and drops to the floor in a heap.
Elias will yell down the hall, move it now.
Dr. Elias, you're waiting. You see Arcadia is now docked. The umbilical has attached. You see Tony running up first, bleeding from one side of his face, his eye just hanging out, gone. And then a few seconds later, you see Rian floating up as well, pulling himself along.
Arcady, we gotta move as quickly as possible.
You radio Arcady.
Hello, divers. I'm glad to see you are well. Are you ready to leave?
Yes, immediately. And I'm gonna shove some gauze in Tony's face.
Well, what the fuck about this says I'm well, motherfucker? I'm missing an eyeball.
There's blood just floating in this umbilical as you're swimming through, and you enter Arcady's shuttle. You get strapped in. You're applying gauze. And Arcady says, "It looks like you had a good time. Shall we go back?"
Yes, now.
And the shuttle takes off. And the scene fades out. John, take a breath.
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
I'm excited to find out what happens.
You rush back. The characters in stop flash pictures. You see Dr. Elias coming back with Tony and Rian onto the Bell. You see Buck waiting there at the dock. You see Gordon there holding his ribs. They meet each other. They start frantically floating back to their ship. Ducky is sitting at the comms, and it's ready to launch, is just flashing on the screen. Arcady says, "I see you are leaving. Well, I hope you have found what you are looking for. Goodbye." And you all get strapped in. And the ugly duckling detaches from the bell. You just picture the afterburners just going as it floats off into space.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of there. And the scene fades out. Ducky makes an intellect check to leave the space. 9. 009.
It's a 9.
He manages to plot the course back. You get a missive from Miguel Moreno saying, "It's all been bribed. You're all ready to go. Give my best to Mercer," as you leave the sphere of the troubleshooter's influence. The scene fades out again. Do you all have your scenes?
I have a golden scene, yes.
Does anyone else have a scene?
Yeah. Do you want to go last, John?
Sure.
So, Dr. Elias, we've been paid and like everything's done, right? The
Yeah.
mission's closed out. Okay. Dr. Elias is alone inside of a very plain, kind of drab looking hotel room. She is sitting on or laying on the bed, her back up against the headboard as she scribbles away at her notebook. The holographic disc, she places it down on the bed next to her and presses it to activate it. I guess the camera would kind of like pan around behind her so that you can kind of see what she's scribbling away, and there's these drawings of this like horribly scribbled Minotaur creature. The drawings that she copied down from the tunnels inside the labyrinth that showed it saving all of the people or all the androids. She's scribbled away all the horrible things that they've seen in their travels. The man hanging from the rope in the rafters, Maxwell chewed up in the gears. She's been keeping note of all of this. And as she sort of slipped deeper and deeper into basically her undoing, she's been working on a poem. And the camera will pan around and you can read what she's written. It's titled The Depths. And it says, "I'm an ocean, I'm the sea. There is a world inside of me. Lost in the abyss, drowned in the deep. No set of rules could salvage me. Only a shipwreck, only a ghost. Merely a graveyard for my former self. We just watched the waves crash over, and I've been cast away. There is a hell, believe me, I've seen it. If there is a heaven, they keep it a secret. No one needs to know." I am an ocean, I am the sea. There is a world inside of me. Lost in the abyss, drowned in the deep. No set of rules could salvage me. Only a shipwreck, only a ghost. Merely a graveyard for our former selves. We just watched the waves crash over, we've been cast astray. Save yourself, save your breath. The tide's too strong, you'll catch your death. So breathe for me, just breathe.
And the scene fades. Do you want to do Rian or Tony? Josh?
What was the award money again for the job?
Oh, 250, mate.
250. So Rian's gonna buy himself a new power suit for a start. And he's been a career man, so it's not like he doesn't want to use this as an opportunity. So he's going to use that money to get to, I guess he's finished quite a big job, so he's going to try and use this as a reference. He would have asked for a letter from Mercer, and he would have taken that to the Corps again and made his application. So he spends months, years studying, preparing, using the money to live off for a time, and eventually making his application for captain so that he can be an officer like he originally planned to. He now awaits his response, hoping to find a better life, hoping to find a better career where he doesn't have to be forced to take these bottom of the barrel kind of jobs where they pay well, but these aren't the jobs that you take if you have a choice, if you can pick and choose. Now, we don't know what the result is, but we hope that he does well.
Gordon. We focus on Gordon.
Gordon Good is hunched over a small terminal, typing a message. His final message to the PI. Need her address and any security details. Grace. Oh my god, Dad, what happened to you? A whole lot, baby. A whole lot. Congrats on college, business degree, right? Smart. Dad, I haven't seen you in 10 years. What are you doing here? What changed? A whole lot. Looks like Mr. Schwartz has seen fit to hire Black Swan as her new security escort. Yeah, well, they're not doing a good job if they managed to let you in, Dad. She laughed. Oh, it's a blowout, Donnie, a blowout! No mistaking it, Rick. The Vamps are supreme. Look at that scoreboard. It's a massacre. It's a massacre, Ricky. Victory 52-8. The Cyber Vamps were tearing their way across space. The new Gravity Ball team had come out of nothing and was a wrecking shop. Their bright red logo emblazoned across billboards and lunchboxes and soda cans, a metal wired skull with sharp fangs. Every team crumbled before them. Everybody chanted their name. After every match, the coach would glide his way into the Gravity Dome and bring those sweating brutes into a group hug. Stinks so good. He plays a mean game of Moneyball, that coach. He knows how to build a team. He's got scars. Who knows where he went in those 20 years between his championship and now? Who cares? He's back. He can see the mascot dancing in the corner, the Cyber Vamp. It's a big silver skull on a red robe. It's dancing. It's waving. Good shot, good shot, good shot, the crowd cheers. Somebody tosses him a microphone. It spins through 0G and he catches it.
I just want to say,
He says,
I love this team, and I love my son-in-law. He's a good captain, and I love my daughter.
the Cyber Vamp is in the corner. It's dancing. He tries to look away. He's looking for his daughter in the crowd.
And I want to thank Schwartz Corp for its sponsorship. Mr. Toby Schwartz is a real stand-up guy.
Coach is sweating, his eyes dart. The Cyber Vamp is dancing in the corner. It's taking its head off.
And the scene fades.
What happens next?
Ow. We head back.
Well, there's Tony.
Yeah, there's Tony.
We can't fit him in. We'll do Merkaba and then finish.
What about Tony?
We can record that when
It's all right, we'll do it later.
We can
Another time.
Yeah, because we need to do Buck as well.
Oh, yeah.
But I will do that. We've still got another. We can do it later, but John can't because he will have to leave.
Sure. Okay.
I don't want to keep you back too long.
I can spoiler it for you after.
Okay.
You can tell John. Yeah. All right, John.
Yes.
The scene fades in, and we see Merkaba standing in front of the Minotaur. And you reach into your pocket, holding the vial of yellow goo. Do you crush it in your hand?
In his head, he's between two places. One of them is a cavern of red flesh. One of them is a writhing cluster of yellow goo. He chooses neither. In one hand, he crushes the goo. In the other hand, he raises the detonator.
In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. Click.
See the explosion go off and the screen fades to white. John, you pulled the trigger. You sacrificed yourself instead of the creature. The scene fades. Time passes. The scene fades in again from white to black. Suddenly we see faint lights of blue and gold streaming across the walls, blurred. The scene passes down through a perfectly round tube. The walls are black, slate, shot through by threads of gold and infinite circuitry. The air is cold, supercooled helium. After hours of drifting downwards, the tube opens ahead. A void yawning grey and infinite, broken by a mountain reversed, poised to fall, edges blocky and jagged, shoals of cable and wire flocking around it, all through it the hum of supercomputation. The mountain bears a gaping wound, where once a nuclear failsafe was held. Clustered around are huge banks of screens showing the video feeds, images, concepts, thoughts, simulations. The camera focuses in on one of the screens. We see the Minotaur and Merkaba, and then an explosion. The screen goes blank. We see the fortification. We see swaths of fallen running into battle. We see Marcus shooting a pulse rifle with grenades at the fortifications, blowing up the turrets, activating the door and heading through. We see the chosen court being invaded by fallen, and they begin fighting. The screen fizzles again. We see the two heralds of Monarch, the female androids, attacking Dr. Elias, attacking Tony, attacking Rian. Time stands still as they seem to argue for 20 minutes. But sooner or later they escape, the androids are destroyed, and the screen goes blank. And then it goes on to one other screen. A small readout at the top displays the number 33C. It shows a dark storage room, the only light coming from the glass view panels of a decagonal configuration of cryopods. A twisted mass of jury-rigged cabling sprouts from the ceiling like vines. The scene phases through the monitor and cuts to the room itself. Orange light begins to flash and cold air exhausts out from the pods. The glass panels shift and a deluge of cryofluid spills out onto the floor. A slippery hand rises out of one of the pods and grips the side. A man pulls himself up with one hand and with the other grips the tubes down his throat and yanks them out, vomiting up more fluid along with it. He hears familiar sounds of the same scene happening beside him, around him. The man, naked and slick from cryofluid, runs his hands over his face and across his fuzzy bald head. His eyes open. He looks around the room and sees several familiar faces to him, also in various states of reanimation. His mouth opens to speak.
Oh shit!
And the scene fades out. And that is the end of Ghosts and the Machine from Nobody Wake the Bugbear. So anyway...
shit.
Tony. Yes, we'll have to record Tony and Buck.
Yeah.
And let's do those scenes with Doug here.
Yeah, agreed.
And so the first, half an hour to an hour of the Q&A session, let's just do those scenes. Yeah. Let's decompress about the show. We'll talk about everything. We'll send questions. So everyone, please send your questions in. Tell us how you liked the show. We hope it was a good finale. I can't say enough to everyone who has supported the show. I extend my deepest thanks. It's been amazing to have people give both financial and spiritual support over the last year, or half a year of this show, and all the one-shots, of course. I would like to thank all our patrons over that time, and I will pre-record this huge list I'm about to give. Hello, Andrew from the future here. Our patrons have been the lifeblood of this show. So from myself and the crew of Nobody Wake the Bugbear, we would like to thank the following people for supporting the show. Nubis, Chris Ario, Tom, Wilgie, Dungeon Maestro, Watt, Stamderman, Bearded Tit, Heartbeats, Sam, Airnode, Chris, Alexandros, Briefcase, Adrian, Ricardo, Dire Vampire, Divinity 711, Donny, Kickmaniac, Ben 10, Dirk, Bleep Blaff, Alejandro, Mobius, Sean, Seamus, Guillaume, we're halfway, Andrew, Ordston, Legato, Vlenish, hope I'm saying that right, Andy G, B-Match, Pink Droid, Nicholas, Wonton Johnson, Skylar, Himmush, hope I'm saying that correctly as well, Rick, Tanaka S, Ashgan, Preston F, and Schwuben. And thank you to all our free supporters, Kuri, Nico, Mudmanish, Brett J, Holy Crit, Sam P, and Grady. And of course, thank you to all the people who have followed us on social media, YouTube, and the podcast feed. Thank you for listening to the show. Thank you for everyone on Discord. It's been a pleasure talking to and interacting with you all. As for what's next for the NWTB podcast, there is an update over on our Patreon at www.patreon.com/NWTBPodcast that should be viewable for everyone. I'll post a proper update next week to the podcast feed, but that's enough from me for now. I'll let you get back to the episode. Take it away, Warden. And lastly, to my friends at the table, this one's for Doug. Alas, 3.5 years is far too short a time to play games with such excellent and admirable people. I don't know half of you half as well as I should like, and I like less than half of you half as well as you deserve. I have things to do. I can't put it off any longer. I regret to announce this is the end. I'm going now, and I bid you a very fond farewell, and I will see you in space. Goodbye, everybody.
What's that from?
See you, Doug.
Bye, Doug.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, John.
This will probably be the last time you hear my voice for a good long time, depending on how the releases go.
You will hear John 2 more times.
After this?
One through another bug hunt, and one more through his new adventure, Homeostasis, his parting gift to you all.
Yes.
And then that'll be it.
Coming to you from the past.
We'll see you on the flip side. Thank you all.
Thank you, everyone.
For doing it.
Farewell.
Farewell.
Bye.
Done.
In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters.
All right, back to the labyrinth.